We're learning more tonight about the possibility of a minor league baseball team coming to southeastern North Carolina. Leaders in the town of Leland are working with the Texas Rangers franchise to bring a new stadium to an area along Highway 17. Emails obtained by WECT show the potential site would be on a 1,400-acre stretch of land in the Jackies Creek area, next to Brunswick Forest Parkway. The area would include parts of Wire Road as well. Now here's what the site would look like developed. REV Entertainment, which manages venues for the Rangers franchise, would invest up to $100 million in new entertainment venue, restaurants, and hotels all around the stadium. Town officials say it's still in the very early stages, but this could help speed up development that they believe is likely to happen anyway. The stadium would be publicly owned and would require a bond referendum that could end up on the ballot in November.